Libra, hi, welcome to my channel. So today we have a reading for you, no particular subject. I'm going to do my version of a Celtic cross. At the end, there will be an opportunity for an extended where we'll dive in deeper. You can watch this for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North Node or Vertex, or if any of those planets are currently transiting your 7th house. This could be for you. Thank you, however you support the channel, very much appreciated. Cross watchers, you are more than welcome. Message may well be for you. All information is in the description box. Just hit the more button below. Libra, no particular song for you guys in your pre-shuffle, but there was this weird feeling of like a heaviness, but it was more in silence. So when we think of heaviness and silence, it can be, you know, it could be unresolved situations, unexpressed emotions, or even maybe even a growing anticipation for something. But it was like a silence that was very loud. So let's do what? 2 more. Libra, what's going on? We have the Fool. Could well be anticipation. The Fool is the Fool's journey, the brand new beginning. Taking a leap of faith. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I think you're at a point in your journey now. Don't be surprised if the devil pops up. And I'm not fearing it. Because it's like the Fool, if we look at this spread, there's obviously this piece of wood plank in the water, and the safety buoy is over the top of it. And for me, this is you possibly being on top of that, not realizing you've got wings that could easily fly away from whatever this is. But it's like, say that you're swimming away and you found that safety net, and now it's a case of, all right, just recover whilst I then head in the next direction. And it's this recovering point. But there's this almost fear of letting go to then continue the journey, because the journey has been hard thus far. Interesting. What's crossing you? Root of the matter. Okay. Recent past. Okay, you've come across the source of the irritant. The irritant is cut off, but the pain's still attached, and I'll explain that in a second. What you want, what's coming in, how you see yourself. Interesting. You see yourself as something very literal. How others see you. And there's the hidden devil. Advice. Okay, there's the silence. And potential outcome. Okay. Okay, there's no devil. You're seen as the Two of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in Capricorn, which is the Wheel of Fortune meets the devil. But there's something here that is freeing you from something. It's freeing you from some sort of, we'll call it a karmic contract. And this doesn't have to be about another person. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. But something's, this silence, like I say, the quiet is revealing a lot. So don't fill every silence with people, plans, noise to try and escape this, because it's something's trying to pull through here. Judgment at the bottom of the deck. How interesting. Judgment's been a really strong energy for the most readings this week. Judgment, 6 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, the Queen of Wands, 10 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and the Star. Okay. So we've got the Fool. Crossing you is the Empress. The Empress is feminine energy. It's Venus. You guys are Venus ruled. It is flowing. It is abundance. It is the mother. It could be connecting to just divine feminine energy. Root of the matter is the Ace of Wands. The root of the matter is passion. The root of the matter is lighting a match on what no longer serves. I think you're getting to the bottom of something here. You're on a countdown. Literally, when we look at the swords, we're going 5, 4, 3 into the outcome. Don't worry about the Three of Swords as your outcome. It's one of your cards. It's Saturn in Libra, so the world cleanses this justice energy. Recent past, justice. So we'll be looking for the world for Saturn in a second. But it's like you've recognised what it is. You've cut the source of whatever it is, but the snake is still biting you. So it's like waiting for this to die off, but you've cut the source off. So there's a recognition of what needed to change, whatever that is. Part of your growth, recognising, you've made a decision on something here. But the whole idea from justice is the hangman. Hangman is silence, it's surrender, it's trust in a flow. Before then we hit the energy of death, which is insinuated in your outcome. What you want is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer. The Empress meets the Chariot. To be able to become the Empress in your own way. What you want is, you want connection. You guys rule the 7th house of relationships, so you want connection. You want to have that intimacy with somebody. And this doesn't have to be a physical romantic aspect. What's coming in is the Five of Swords. Now the Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. So whatever the irritation, which is what this is irritation. It's been cut, so it can't feed anymore, but it's still attached. What that means, it could be many, many different things. It could be, recognizing the shadows that we've had, but then still having that be visible in our everyday environment. We might cut the cord from a karmic contract related to, I don't know, whatever we've got here. We got the Empress. Empress is Venus, and we've got the Hierophant here in the future. Both cards of Venus. Both cards, rule sensuality, food, the good stuff of life. This could be, getting cut off from that, but we still, spend like we've still got that abundance. There's something that feels like there's a recognition of what's been cut, and it's just it just whatever needs to die out now needs to die out. Like I said, and it just feels like time is what's needed. The world is Saturn. Time is what's needed. So something, like I said, whatever it is, an energy has been cut. It's freeing you, and it's going to help you on your journey. And then you're going to know what to do next when you brave either flying from this or getting back in the water. I know I speak metaphorically, but this feels like so many different directions it could be. If this is a relationship, you've cut the cord from it now, and it just needs unraveling in the sense of details. If this is a splitting of a connection, this could be if you live together or had shared aspects, shared resources, dividing those up. Whatever it is, it's like whatever needs to happen after this initial decision and cut. How you see yourself is the Magician. Now the Magician is it's a card of alchemy. It's having all the tools necessary to do whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. But it was literally, as I put it down, it was literally Mercury. You see yourself as Mercury, which is interesting. So you might have strong Mercury placements, good communicator, but this was more in elemental. So if you see yourself as Mercury, that means you've got a perfect balance of air and water. There's an emotional fluidity to your words. But if we look at element as Mercury, it's Quicksilver. Now Quicksilver flows and shapes itself, navigating different conditions with grace. That's kind of how you're looking at this. So you've got that ability. You've got that ability to navigate whatever situations are at hand here. What's interesting is we've got the Fool, we've got the Magician, the crossing's the Empress, the missing piece is the High Priestess. It's like, where are we not listening to our intuition? Or where do we listen to our intuition, know we're right, and then wait until we're proven right before we make changes? Instead of just thinking, no, this don't feel good. Boundary, I'm off. Or boundary, this needs to change. But instead of waiting to be proven right, instead of just going, hang on, yeah, don't feel good. My body's rejecting whatever this is. Let's make a decision. How others see you, like I say, is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is the Wheel of Fortune meets the Devil. So something, I feel like the wheel is going to bring round the Devil in a minute, because the Fool is wanting you to take a leap of faith. And that every time the Devil in this situation tells us we're powerless to make any changes. You've sunk too low, what's the point? You started this journey before and you stopped, so you're just going to do that again. All these self-sabotaging little devils that we have in his ears. But there's also something kind of Humpty Dumpty about this. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. So something feels like, I don't know, it feels like somebody didn't expect you to get back up. Yet you do. Your advice is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is silence. And there's something that's heavy about this silence, but it's necessary. For whatever reason, even in this increasing tension and discomfort, be okay in the silence. The quiet is revealing a lot here. Your outcome, and it's another one of your cards. So the only card missing of yours is the Two of Swords. Is the Two of Swords, which is the High Priestess, makes justice. You're ignoring your intuition or something. The Hierophant, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Now, I know that looks disappointing on the surface of things, but I don't see it as that. I think this is literally telling us about what's happening right now. It's Mars in Scorpio, where it is. Scorpio rules your second house. So Mars is pushing you to, how do you value yourself? What are you worth? How do you feel about you? So Mars is giving us an indication there. The Three of Swords for me is representing you closing out a cycle. And the Hierophant for me is suggesting there's something that you're changing in regards to what that Taurus energy feels like. Now, Taurus for you rules your 8th house. It's the house of death, sex, taxes, inheritances. It's the house of deep intimacy, astrology, occult. These are all things that are going through changes here, like sacred sexuality, that type of thing. There's massive, massive shifts that are happening. And you're in this kind of stillness at the moment to get comfortable. Because I kind of feel like it feels like a horror show for you, just quiet. For whatever reason, I don't know. You might try and escape, like I say, by filling every silence with people, plans, places, situations, noise, essentially. But judgment's here. The silence, and this could be somebody else that you're dealing with, but the silence is getting loud. Okay, let's check out the Two of Swords. Let's check out the High Priestess. Let's check out the World, and we'll see what that Devil's up to. Two of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's something to do with your relationships. The Queen of Wands is 2 parts Aries, which is your 7th house, your relationship house. And Shadow Queen of Wands is Pisces, which is escapism. Oh, busted you, Libra, busted you. Okay, 10 of Wands could be, like I say, taking on other people's projects, things, energies, keeping busy. I don't want to feel, I'll keep busy, I'll keep going. The universe is not having none of that. Death is with the Page of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. So something shifts here, there's news coming. High Priestess is with the Knight of Wands and Strength. Okay. Okay. It's like you're holding back, or somebody's holding back feelings. High Priestess and the Knight of Wands can be a secret admirer. And Strength, somebody's taking all their strength to do something here. Could be taking all their strength to remain silent, who knows? It's weird, I'm being shown, and I forget what film it is. Could be something like New Year's Eve, or he's not that into you, he's just not into you. Whoever, what's he called? Bradley something. And Scarlett Johansson. and it was like just agreeing to be friends, but they both, you know, clearly wanted something else. Weird dynamic. It's going to make sense to somebody, but that's the scene that's in my head. Devils with the 9 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. Okay, like I say, Devil this is that silence, this is that uncomfortableness. 9 of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo, the Empress in your 12th house, incidentally, which is what she's in crossing position here. And this is self-undoing. You're just about to have a breakthrough in whatever it is that you're trying to overcome, shadow-wise here, devil-wise, whatever that is. And you're going to get there. The world straight afterwards, the world is trying to close out a cycle. Fantastic. So not long now. There's some sort of timing at play here. And it's not long in the slightest. Okay, your final card's the 8 of Cups, which is Saturn in Pisces, which is where we're back into. Pisces rules your 6th house, so your daily habits, your health, food, you know, what your diet, animals, all those type of things. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune next to the Sun, so that's Jupiter and the Sun. Jupiter and the Sun in the herbal astrology is Reishi, which is retreat. So again, there's just this call to embrace some sort of silence here, because, like I say, there's an undeniable weight, and you're just being asked to sit in it at the moment. Like I say, this could be an unresolved issue, unexpressed emotions. This could be anticipation of something, because you know something's changing. Let's just quickly. It's number 27. Retreat, recovery, meditation, hibernation, spiritual contemplation, replenishment of spirit. Reversed, silence, recovery, time to pause, overstimulation, stress, deterioration, nearing burnout. Astrological ruler, Jupiter and the Sun. Pause, it's time for renewal. If you feel overwhelmed or mentally overloaded, it's time to retreat. Take the time to recuperate and recharge, and personal growth will follow. Overstimulation and indecision lead to a sense of weakness, imprisonment, and a feeling like you are evading death. Like bear, hibernate or rest before you take on the next project or challenge. Many Native American tribes have called this space of inner contemplation the Dream Lodge, a place to witness death and see beyond the confines of physical reality by visiting the dream time. Create the space to be in silence and calm the internet chatter. Reflection is key to the path of self-mastery. That's another thing as well with that 4 of Swords mentioning meditation. You know, just as you're about to have a breakthrough sometimes in meditation, your body starts getting uncomfortable. There's the devil again. Okay, sit through it, pause, breathe. You'll overcome it. The pain, the frustration, the irritation just melts away. Okay, interesting. In your extended, I want to see what comes afterwards. This feels like a shift that needs to take place. It's Actually, no. We're gonna concentrate on this. What this energy is that's still attached to you, despite cutting away from it. There's an energy, so we're gonna look at that. Okay. If you can join me, fantastic. If not, let me know if it resonates. We have Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, Venus in Cancer, Venus in Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, Jupiter in Capricorn, Jupiter in Libra, Taurus, Saturn in Libra, Mars in Scorpio, Aries and Scorpio in Libra. I tell you, you're all over this place. Jupiter in Leo, Mercury in Cancer, Mercury in Sagittarius, Moon in Libra, Saturn in Sagittarius, Mercury in Taurus, Mars in Capricorn, Aquarius, Sun in Aries. We have Swords, Cups, Wands, Pentacles. Everyone's here. Those who stand out, let me know. Take care. See you soon.